Alright, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can find local US suppliers for your dropshipping business. Now these aren't going to be wholesalers, nor are they going to be manufacturers, because if you want to start working with them, you will need a business license and a reseller certificate, which if you don't have it, then you can't work with them. But in today's video, I want to show you how you can find some local small businesses that you can start working with, even if you don't have any of those documents, and even if you don't really have a website or anything, because when I first started drop shipping, I would work with suppliers off of Etsy, and I would basically just go and call them, and I would just message as many suppliers as I can to try and get as many suppliers for their different products. So that's what I'm going to show you, and this is honestly one of the best beginner methods, or if you're just looking to diversify your suppliers, this is also a great method for that. So let's get into today's video. Now, the best place to find suppliers, in my opinion, is going to be Etsy. You can either think of it as a marketplace, or you can think of it as one big catalog with a bunch of different companies that you can connect. All of the items are unique, and they're not sold anywhere else, giving us an advantage if we wanted to sell them on eBay or even potentially Amazon. So the way that I would do it is I would go ahead and just search for different shops. You can be in a certain niche and you can sell, or you can search those niches for specific stores. But the way that I always do it is I would go and I would see the popular right now, and then I would pick a certain category with the popular items and then just browse from there. So now you have all of these items, and now we have to make sure that the seller is in the United States and that we actually have good items on our hand. So you're going to go right here. You're going to shop location, has to be in the US. Then you also want to find, you can set the price, you can also set the colors, you can select free shipping or ready to ship within 1 to 3 business days. So we can select ships within 3 business days, and then it's just going to narrow down the selection. And again, what I also look for is shops with over about 300 reviews and between 300 to 800. The reason is that if they're under 300, then they're not as trustworthy. And if they're over 800, then they're going to be too big and they might not work with us. And there's actually a lesser chance that they will work with us. Now, there are exceptions and you don't have to follow those parameters, but that's just usually what I tell people. So you can also set your price margin if you're going to be selling within a certain, if you want to sell high ticket or low ticket. But the way that I do it is I basically just set to 50 to 100, and then I will just go from there. So let's say I pulled up this item right here, this shop right here. So again, it's a shop located in Vermont, which is in the US. They've been on Etsy since 2011. They do have over 800 reviews, but they have 77 products. So they have a lot of different items that I can list, and they have some really nice items that, again, they seem to be doing pretty well. You'll see that 4 people have this in their cart, 4 people have this in their cart, and they also look very nice. So what I would do is I would, basically just browse the items, read the reviews really quick, and then I would just shoot them a message. So the way that you can do that is you can just press contact, and then up there, or you can go down and you can press contact shop owner and just do it from there. So again, that's how you do this on Etsy. The next site where I would do this is on Houzz. And you would just go onto Houzz and you would basically do the same thing. So the reason that I'm showing you so many different sites is that each site sort of serves a separate niche. Etsy serves like the handmade, unique, handcrafted items, and Houzz is more of like the home decor, the more professional home and living type of items. So Houzz is going to be a little different than Etsy, with the companies going to be more, bigger companies. Etsy is more for artisans, handmade items. So you might find a better bet on Etsy, but I did find some suppliers on Houzz, and some of the suppliers that actually sell on Etsy also sell their products on Houzz. So you can do it the same way. You can go to shop by department, or you can go ahead try and find their popular items. But let's say that you're selling in home and decor, or you're selling in a certain category. You would basically just go by category and you would try and find certain items. So now what we want to do is we want to go to the items, and you're basically just going to follow the same process. Again, you might want to sell in a certain price category or whatever, but you're basically going to look for quick shipping times, and then you're going to try and find the store name or the owner's name of the actual item. So what you're going to do on the listing is you're going to click shipping and seller information, and then it's going to bring you down to this, which has all of the seller's information. Now you'll see that this is sold by several people. So this is probably not a good bet, because these companies are probably distributors, manufacturers, and wholesalers, etc. When you're searching on Houzz, the key is that you want to find sales, or you want to find listings with usually only one seller, and that their business is not too big. Now, the way that you're going to check this is, again, you're just going to go and you're going to click into a listing, and then it's going to bring up everything. So let's say we want to sell these, and then we're going to go and we're going to find an item. So let's say that we have this item right here. The way that we would do it is we would go and we would basically just follow the same process. So shipping and seller information. So it's sold by House itself. So this is not a good example, but what you would do is with the seller's name, you would just go like this and you would search Google for that seller. And then you would basically just see all of their business information. So check their Google profile, check their website, check their social medias, etc. The next website where you can do this is on Wayfair. Now Wayfair, again, these are in order of like most likely to work, and Wayfair is the least likely to work without a business license or a reseller certificate, and that's because Wayfair, the businesses are much bigger. It's a much bigger website. It's a much bigger competition. These are items are more mass produced. These are items that, are more made by bigger companies. So you'd basically just follow the same process where you'd go, you'd click on a listing, you'd go and you'd try and find the seller. So classic accessories. And then you would just follow the same process. So you can also contact them. You can also just search them up on Google. So again, you can highlight this and you can find out their email from their website or whatever, and you would ask to sell their products. Now, the next site where we're going to look is on Aliexpress. Now, I've gotten a lot of slack for this in the past, but the reason I'm showing you Aliexpress is because you can find suppliers on Aliexpress that are located in the United States. So these sellers have factories and facilities in the US that enables them to basically be located in the US, and let's say these items are mass produced, they can ship them out quickly. And if you can arrange an agreement with them, and if you can find a supplier with a drop shipping program that is based in the United States, on AliExpress, you can essentially find good suppliers with quick shipping times on items on AliExpress. So again, you want to find suppliers in the United States. Now, how you would do this is that when you're searching for items on AliExpress, you can set one of the filters to show US suppliers. So let's say we're going to search up watches. Now, again, we're going to select the parameters to only show US suppliers. So the way that you're going to do that is you'll see right here that it says ship from. So what you want to do is you want to press US. And then again, it's going to pick up all of the listings where it's going to be shipping from the United States. Now you do need to be careful because some of them, they just put it as the US, but really it's going to ship from their facilities in China. So you want to kind of vet out the suppliers and talk to them. But the way that I generally do this is, again, AliExpress is like a really big website, so you can see a lot of reviews, you can see the orders, you can see, these are wholesale prices. So what you're going to do is you're going to, find a supplier. So let's say I wanted to sell this watch right here. It's going to bring up their listing, and then again, I can go to the actual seller, and then I can contact the seller, and I can ask them if, they have a drop shipping program, or I can basically tailor a message to them saying that I want to work with them, but I want to actually test the product first. So the way that I test it before I buy inventory is, I'll actually drop ship a few and see if the product sells. And if it sells, I might commit to buying inventory in the future. So the way that you would contact suppliers on AliExpress is you would go down and you can either visit their store or you can contact now. So again, you would just press this and it would take you to their store page, it would take you to their contact page, and you would basically just write them a message. The next way is you can go ahead and press visit store, and you can see their other items. You can basically just see their profile, see where they're located, and you can see a whole bunch of information like that. Now again, you will have to work out more details with them because they are Chinese sellers, and most of AliExpress sellers are Chinese, but they do have facilities in the US. That is the premise of using AliExpress. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, be sure to put them in the comments and I will answer you in full and detail. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you are new, be sure to subscribe. I make videos every single week that talk about e-commerce and how to make money online. So who doesn't like to make money online? So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.